The weather outside is frightful, but indoors it is burning hot in here. We got ECHA playoff action, Temple and William Patterson earlier today. William Patterson walking away with the 6-2 victory, but now the big boys are coming out. Villanova taking on the Naval Academy here from Iceline in Westchester, PA. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by my partner, Michael Zingroni. Mike, we wait all year for this, but when it comes, it just feels oh so sweet. How are you feeling about this game today, Mike?
I'm really excited. We got the starting lineups being announced now. We got the number 4 seed Navy against the number 5 seed Nova. Should be a very tight, evenly matchup, and I'm excited to get it going.
Navy obviously entering today. One of the top seeds in this conference. So is Villanova, actually. The top seed, though, Drexel, not playing today. Temple was eliminated earlier. A lot of action going on. Navy coming in 24-6-3 on the season, 16-14-2, a team that Temple saw twice. The eliminated team earlier, so both of these teams have played. Both the teams who were up earlier. I'm expecting a very fast-paced game from both of these teams. Mike, what are you expecting?
Yeah, I'm expecting a very fast-paced, and one player to look out for on Villanova, Tim Arena. You expect him to be flying around. He has 36 points on the year. Villanova's second leading point getter with 36 points, so I expect him to be flying around for the IceCats.
Spike Burkhardt, someone to keep your eye on for the Naval Academy. Matt Stamler, number 17 on the team, 69 points on the year for the Midshipmen. Leading the way, as you mentioned, Tim Arena for Villanova. I'm really focusing on number 11, George Clark, heading into this game. He played really well the last time these two teams met up a month ago. This is the third time these teams have faced off all year. Should be an interesting matchup. We got the starting lineups here. And I think that would actually be a good time for me to actually introduce the starting lineups for tonight. Mike, who do we got going here for us?
So starting off with Nova in net, we have John Pershilli. Number 6 for Villanova on defense, Henry Lorenzini. Number 27 on defense, Brent Mackel. Number 14 left wing for the IceCats, Tim Arena. Number 13 center, David Troiano. And number 12 right wing, Richie Halavy. I'll let you get Navy, buddy.
And now for the Midshipmen in goal, number 1, Luke Marcus. Spike Burkhardt, defenseman, number 3. Brendan Reynolds, number 27, the right defenseman. Number 9, Alex Vandenberg, one of the leaders for this Navy Midshipmen team. He's starting at wing. Number 15, Luke Turk. And at right wing, number 12, Connor Heaton. A lot of great names, a lot of great action, Mike. I can't wait for this. Both teams skating their way. National anthem is about to ensue.
Taylor, are you ready for some hockey?
I am indeed ready for some hockey. National anthem under our belt. The Navy Midshipmen, as is tradition, skate in unison to their net from their blue line. Crowd around their goaltender, who is now entering in net tonight for Navy, will be Marcus. In net for Villanova, Pershilli. AJ Fernandez, number 1, on the bench tonight. Both teams in the first round here in the ECHA playoffs entering today. U.S. Naval Academy, the 4th seed, Villanova, the 5th seed. Villanova entering 7-8, Navy 10-4-2. 23 points on the season for Villanova, 32 for the Midshipmen. Should be a doozy.
I'm excited to see the goalie matchup because we got two high-scoring teams, so I'm excited to see how the goalies hang up for both teams and see if it will be a goalie battle or if we have a track meet tonight.
Troiano at the face-off circle for the Villanova Wildcats. Luke Turk for the Naval Academy. And we are underway here from Ice Line in Westchester, PA. Puck through the neutral zone, handled by Villanova right away. Back behind the cage. Playing at number 12 for Villanova. And now a stoppage of play right away. A big hit, sending a statement early on. Benches get fired up.
Yeah, that was a tone-setting hit from Villanova. Troiano just lays out the Navy captain Vandenberg along the sideline, or along the sideboards, while we had an offsides call.
At the face-off circle for Nova now. Troiano tangling up with number 9, Alex Vandenberg. Vandenberg now just trying to set a shot to Heaton. Couldn't handle it in the neutral zone, and now retrieved behind the cage is Lorenzini for Villanova.
So we got a delay penalty on Nova.
What'll be the call here, Mr. Zingroni?
I'm not sure what it was. It might be interference, but Nova had the puck, so I'm not too sure what the IceCats were doing. It looks like it's going to be cross-checking on Nova. Who are they going to send to the box?
Great environment here tonight for the ECHA playoffs, round 1. Villanova fan section, loud and proud. Got a lot of Navy midshipmen here. Great environment. The blue banners. What do you call these things, Mike, by the way, these blow-up things? The things you clap together. What are these called?
They're boomsticks.
Boomsticks.
Yeah, boomsticks.
Blue boomsticks for the Villanova Wildcats, handled now by the Naval Academy.
So the IceCats penalty is on Brett Mackel for 2 minutes.
Stamler now. A shot to the front of the cage is saved by Pershilly. Dumped out by number 26, Joe Pacifico. And now on the retrieval for Navy will be Kelly. And now stoppage of play here. Looks like face-off will move to the neutral zone. And at the dot to take the face-off for Villanova will be Pacifico. And now handled back, Navy number 17, Matt Stamler. Stamler now looking for his partner in crime, Spike Burkhardt. And now handle moving up through the neutral zone is the midshipman. Looking for a centering chance, pumps the brakes, back to Pacifico. And a shot that was sent to the slot, blocked down by Villanova. And now handling it for the midshipman. And a funk in the back of the net, scores! The Naval Academy strikes first at Ice Line.
Well, the midshipmen strike first on the power play, get an early 1-0 lead just over a minute into this game. Alex Vandenberg, the goal scorer for Navy, off a beautiful pass from Connor Hayden of Navy into the center. He had a chance, Vandenberg had a chance to one-time that, but he actually tries to take it to the other side of the net to get Pershilly out of position, does just enough. It finds its way in the air, hits the post, and lands in the back of the net. 1-0 Navy.
Navy with the early lead, only 2 minutes into this game. Backed up in the Navy zone now. Trying to push it back, handled by Villanova. A shot sent to the slot by number 8, Andre Berglund. And a quality chance there for Villanova. Still 1-0 Navy.
Good save from Luke Marcus right there. That was an easy shot to maybe let go by him and find a way to get this game tied out of nowhere, but way to hold his own.
At the face-off dot for Villanova, won by Tim Matthews. Tried to send it to the front, could not. And now moving up through central ice is the midshipmen.
These two teams are flying through the neutral zone.
Back in the corner now for Villanova. Up against is Tim Matthews. Try to center a puck. A shot to the front to Pershilly. Blocked down in front. Navy with a shot sent to the slot. Another shot was blocked down. Navy now looking to handle. John Scasia with a pass back. Kelly was there. Kelly could not handle. Matt Stamler, number 17. A pass back to Scasia. And now on the retrieval for Navy will be Hogan. Handling the puck now. Back to Scasia. It's number 24. A battle against the boards. Navy looking to forecheck, keep it in. Broke loose, a shot, tried to get to the front. Pershilly did not reach. And now handled in the slot by number 8, Andre Berglund. And now moving up ice, George Clark for the Villanova Wildcats. Looking for his pal, Tim Arena. Behind the cage now, number 14 for Villanova in a battle. And now Navy quickly back checks and retrieves. Handled again by Villanova. Troiano tried to get cheeky with it. Blocked down in front by Marcus. Villanova looking to keep possession of the puck. A shot that was sent to the front and now handled by Nova. Behind the cage is Troiano. A pass sent to the front. A shot into the glove of Marcus.
One thing I noticed early about the two offenses, they're really dominating from along the boards below the dots and below the goal line of their attacking zone. Nova gets a chance after great forecheck, and Navy, their goal came from the corner, so both teams are showing great effort on the forecheck in the early going.
At the face-off circle now for Villanova is Reynolds. Moving up through neutral ice, number 6 for the Naval Academy. And now a stoppage of play by the official. 16:40 to go here in this first period. The U.S. Naval Academy getting the first strike in this game, 1-0. Both teams at even strength. No power plays thus far. Pershilly in goal for the Wildcats. Heavy Villanova presence here tonight, obviously in Westchester. A lot of blue and white. A lot of Navy blue and gold as well. The Battle of the Blues tonight, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Both fan sections are showing out. We got the pub right above ice level here at Ice Line that's packed up. We got some friends and family of the players, I'm assuming, in there enjoying their nice time watching this great old hockey game.
The Admiral is here tonight behind the bench for the Naval Academy. It's kind of intimidating when you come in to play a team like this on the road, but anytime you got the Admiral on your bench, you feel pretty good about your chances if you're Navy.
You definitely feel like you're a little bit tougher than the other team. I think it gives off that persona just a little bit.
Definitely feel like you have the edge discipline-wise. As a stoppage of play here, a face-off circle in Navy's zone. At the dot for Villanova will be Joe Pacifico. And now a little extra greeting here before the whistle is getting a little chippy.
Yeah, it's a little chippy. We had a big hit over here earlier, and looks like we got a little scrum on the face-off.
Now at the face-off circle, won by Pacifico for Villanova. Now taken behind the cage, tried to center a puck for Blaja. Could not get it in, and another stoppage will be called.
Now you wonder if the physicality does persist on this entire game. You mentioned the Naval Academy discipline. Does the discipline maybe get a little out of sorts if Navy keeps pestering and hanging around in this game?
Navy definitely with the edge here early on, Mike. I would agree. Villanova, a team that has proven that when they get down in games, hard for them to strike back. But I have seen a lot of discipline out of both these sides. I think the advantage for Navy will be the speed in this. Let's see if they can keep it up on the forecheck.
Yeah, both teams are flying through the neutral zone and in the offensive zone, so the speed is definitely a highlight of this matchup.
And now Navy looking to put a puck back in their zone. They will on the retrieval. Now number 9 for the Naval Academy, Alex Vandenberg, the team's leader. Try to send a puck back. Could not get reached Reynolds, and now moving up through neutral ice is Pacifico. Pacifico now, a shot sent to the back of the cage. Blaja was trying to retrieve. Navy, no problem. Now back up in the neutral zone, number 3 for the Naval Academy, Spike Burkhardt. Spike Burkhardt going coast to coast, looked to get a shot off, blocked down in front. Vandenberg trying to follow up, could not reach there. And now here comes Andre Berglund. Andre Berglund moving up through the slot, blocked down. Great defensive play there by Reynolds. And now handling behind the cage will be Reynolds for the Academy.
This game is incredibly open to start off. Villanova had a brief 3-on-2. They also had a 1 against 2 Naval defenders. So it's a lot of open ice, a lot of room for puck movement here. So there's a lot of room for skill and speed to be showcased here tonight.
Scasia trying to get cheeky with it. George Clark now handling it, moving through the slot. On the follow-up opportunity was Tim Matthews there in front of the cage. And a save by Marcus to keep this 1-0.
That was Navy almost put that in their own net. So Navy almost had 2 goals, 1 for the other team, though.
It looks like on that opportunity, Matthews and Berglund were both there. Tim Arenas on a shot to the front. I'd have to agree, Mike, from what I was seeing. It looks like Navy almost had an own goal.
Yeah, that was a good job by Nova. Get the puck in front. You can't go wrong if there's a puck in the crease, and Navy almost finds a way to put it in the back of their own net. Thankfully, Marcus's arm was there to stop it, and it's still 1-0 Navy.
At the face-off dot is Matthews now moving up in transition. Golembrowski, a shot that was sent to the pads of Pershilly, and a little extracurricular activities after the play.
Yeah, definitely hear the fan presence after that save by Pershilly. There was some boomsticks or thunder sticks clapping together, some cheers. So fans are definitely into this game, so it should be exciting as we persist on.
Great crowd here tonight for the first round of the ECHA playoffs. If you're just tuning in, I am Taylor Snyder, joined by my partner, Michael Zingroni on the color. Temple falling to William Patterson earlier today, 6-2. This is the final game from the ECHA for tonight. Tomorrow there will be more action. Now Navy looking to extend their lead to 2-0. A shot that was sent to the front by number 20, Golembrowski. Kept in by the Naval Academy, number 14, Gianni. Gianni now in a battle of the boards. Matt Stanley was there, number 17. Villanova now moving in the neutral zone. Tried to center a pass to Tim Arena, could not reach him. And now Navy back in transition, moving up, trying to go to the front of the slot. Goes backhand, front hand. A shot that was blocked down from Persili. Number 17 for the Naval Academy, Matt Stamler. Almost put one in the back of the net. 69 points on the year for Stamler.
Amazing burst of speed from Stamler to out-angle the Villanova defender and get a nice shot on goal.
And now Villanova trying to move back with it. Navy, though, taking easy control behind the cage. A pass that was dished off to number 8, Jeffrey Wu. Now back behind the cage, number 23, Hayden for the Naval Academy. And a puck that was sent to Reynolds. Reynolds could not handle it. Play will stay onside, so now Villanova forced the forecheck. Playing along the boards now, Reynolds tried to knock it down with his palm, could not. Naval Academy looking to clear, Villanova looking to keep it in, and they'll get it deep, but Navy will control. Handled by number 23, Jeffrey Wu. Wu now sends a pass across the entire ice. Number 6 trying to handle it for the Naval Academy, Zach Flagler, could not. And now Reynolds behind the net will reconvene. And now Villanova moving up in transition.
I just can't get over the fact of how much open ice there is out here. There's not a lot of tight checking. It's just flying back and forth, crisp passes, and let's just get forechecking. I like that.
Really crisp hockey game so far. I'm really admiring the speed. I feel like we're really beating down a dead horse here, but Navy's so quick on transition with the puck. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's really fun watching these two teams go at it in neutral zone. Just a lot of back and forth. Both teams want to get to point A to point B as fast and as efficient as possible, and it's a great two style of plays to go against each other.
And now knocked down by Pacifico, sent to the glove of Marcus. Marcus, no problem, just looking to settle it down. Navy now moving with it up in transition through the neutral zone. A pass that was centered. Vandenberg shot to the front, went just wide of the net, no problem for Persili, and now Navy's forced to retrace their steps. Number 15 for the Academy, Luke Turk, sent a pass all the way to John Casilla across ice. John Casilla sends one to the slot, blocked down in the front by Heaton. And now handling it for Villanova, Berglund. And a puck that was sent up into the net by number 10 for Villanova.
Not a delay game penalty. It looks like he sent it out by himself.
11:46 here in the first period. Face-off circle in the Villanova zone. Navy trying to win a face-off. Keeps it in the zone. A stick popped loose right away. Villanova now back forced against the board. It's Tim Matthews moving with the puck. Trying to center it for George Clark. George Clark could not handle. Navy forced to keep it in. Trying to punch it in deep. Here's Casilla on the defensive play. And a puck that kind of trickled its way all the way back to Ziad.
Navy's just a touch faster than Villanova. That's the only thing, and Villanova's answering back with their physicality. They're trying to be more physical, just kind of slow down Navy, maybe tire them out throughout this whole game.
And now we may get a delayed penalty call
Looks like
here.
It's
official
on Navy. It's going to be interference.
Official does have his hand up. It appeared to be that, Mike.
Yep. Matthew Sandler going in for interference.
So now we
try to get away with a little pick play, but that ain't happening.
So now we have the Midshipmen's leading points getter, 69 on the year, 28 goals for Matt Stamler. He's going to go in timeout here. Villanova will go 5-on-4 in a game that's 1-0. Mike, this is the stuff the dreams are made of, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really important for Villanova. Navy got their first power play. They scored. Nova gets their first power play, and if they want to stay in this game, I highly suggest that they try to put one in the back of the net.
Tim Arena now handling the puck. Sent one back to Troiano. A shot that was sent to the point for number 22, Junmo Kim. Excuse me, number 27 will be Junmo Kim. And now handled for the Nova Wildcats. A shot that was sent to the slot by number 19, Jack Marecki. Jack Marecki with another follow-up opportunity here, playing up against the boards. Villanova on the power play. Moves to the front of the slot. Shot that was sent wide. A great opportunity there for the Wildcats. Troiano now playing up against the boards. Takes a shot from the Midshipmen. A shot that was sent to the left. Back to Troiano. Tried to put one in the back. Couldn't bury. Villanova maintains possession on the power play here. 10:19 to go in the first period. Sent to the point. And now back to Tim Arena. Tim Arena sends a shot that goes high of the net. Handled in the Villanova zone at the point. Thought about sending it to the slot. Fakes it anyway. A shot to score! Villanova evens the score at the line.
Interesting to see how that one went in. Looks like Halavy just tries to center and it finds its way in the back of the net. I'm not sure if he tried to pull a little deception off against Navy and looks like he was going to center it, but slyly just pushed the puck on net. But somehow the puck gets in the back of the net and both teams have a power play goal and it's 1-1.
Villanova with the tying goal here in the first period. We will have to see who gets credit for that goal. 10:02 to go. They have just evened the score. We got a hockey game here.
Based on a celebration, I'm going Richie Halavy with that goal. Looks like he sneaked it in. May have bounced off a Navy defender, may have slid under the pad of Marcus, but that was a really interesting one, but it counts.
And now a stoppage of play. Looks like they will bring it back to the Villanova zone for the faceoff. So far this game, Mike, who have you been impressed with so far on the ice for both teams? Who do you see standing out?
I have to go that Villanova first line with Tim Marino on it. That starting line with Schravel and Halavy, the goal scorer. It's been interesting how they're sort of keeping in pace and giving Villanova some offensive zone presence.
And now Navy pushing up through the neutral zone. Puts a puck in deep. Villanova on the retrieval. Trying to play with the puck now is George Clark. Cannot do that. Handled by Spike Burkhardt. Burkhardt with a shot sent to the front of the net. Blocked down. Berglund now handling it for Villanova. Villanova moving up in transition. Joe Duffy now passes it to George Clark. George Clark could not handle it, and now on the backtrack is Eddie Klein. Eddie Klein now sent it to George Clark, but it was offsides and a little bit of something after that play.
I think these two teams are having fun today.
I think they are.
Looks like it.
Sounds like the crowd's having a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Great crowd here.
Into it. Yeah, crowd's getting into it.
9:15 to go here in the first period. Villanova capitalizing on that 5-on-4 power play. That was huge for the Wildcats. It looks like Navy had just that slight attack offensive edge there, but now Villanova has even the tables. It's anyone's game at this point.
But yeah, Villanova definitely is staying persistent. They could have easily just curled into a little ball and maybe even a shell themselves after that early Navy goal, but credit to them for sticking with it and tying this game up.
As I mentioned, Navy entering today in fourth place, 24-6-3, the Academy, 16-14 for Villanova. Now, I think it's interesting because, technically this would be a neutral site game, but it's always fun to look at the road records here. Navy 10-3-2 on the road. Villanova 7-6-0. But by the way this crowd's sounding, you would think this is a home game for the Wildcats.
It is, and if you want to consider it, it is kind of around the corner from Radnor, PA, where Villanova is located, not Philadelphia. And so this is definitely a region for Villanova to dominate more so than Navy, but there are some Navy faithful out here, but definitely is a prominent Villanova crowd.
A stoppage of play here with 8:31. The face-off will move into the Navy blue and gold zone. At the face-off dot now for the Villanova Wildcats, Pacifico. Dueling it out with Golembrowski. Golembrowski could not handle. And now the Naval Academy looking to push it back through the neutral zone. A shot that was laid down there by number 16 on the Naval Academy.
No shortage of hitting today. No shortage of that. That was a huge hit.
Huge. A lot of big hits earlier in that William Patterson-Temple game really set the tune for kind of the headliner, as we call it.
Yeah, definitely. Charles Gauza, Temple's captain, he was laying the lumber around for the Owls. William Patterson was sharing it back a little bit, and physicality has definitely trickled over into this game.
The face-off dot, Luke Turk for the Naval Academy. Now played in behind the net by Gianni. And a stoppage of play called again. Puck was sent into the netting.
This game has not disappointed so far. This game is definitely living up to the billing.
Definitely,
it's a perfect 4-5 matchup.
Yeah, definitely. 4-5 matchup. As I mentioned, a lot of points separating between these two teams in the standings, between the 23 for Villanova and the 32 for the Naval Academy. Both teams, though, I think what's really, really standing out is the way they're playing when they get the puck in their own zone offensively. Great forecheck. It's just, I think this game could come down to whatever team makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, it's definitely both teams are confident. Both teams know what they want to do, and both teams just want to do what they want to do, and they're not afraid to skate through someone's chest to do so. So that's what I'm liking about this game. Both teams are ruthless so far.
Number 8 out there for Villanova right now, Andre Berglund, Jeffrey Wu for the Naval Academy too. And now Villanova looking to get a line change. They will, so Navy will have their chance to handle the puck. And now moving up with it is Vandenberg. Vandenberg puts on a nice deke, moving nicely, swiftly. Vandenberg up in transition, looking to center the puck. Thinks twice, back pedals. Number 8 now, handled by the Naval Academy, Jeffrey Wu. Now moving up in the zone is George Clark. George Clark tried to send a pass back to his buddy, Richie Halevy. And now Navy back in transition. A shot sent to the front of the net, went just wide of the net. Handled by Vandenberg on the boards. In a battle with him is Gianni. And now backpedaling is number 8, Spike Burke, or Jeffrey Wu, excuse me.
Just offsides, Halevy try to get in before Arena just checked up on that blue line. Maybe could have seen a tiny bit more of a hustle from Tim Arena as he was trying to get back on side, but Villanova's going to have to settle for a neutral zone faceoff.
At the face-off circle for the Wildcats, number 13, Triano. Won by Navy. Handled by Navy now. Spike Burkhardt, number 3. Sends one all the way to the front of the net and frozen by Pichelli.
Game is kind of evened out a little bit. It's closed up just a tiny bit. I feel like the checking is starting to get more and more relevant. Both teams are really gearing more towards the physical play rather than the speed play. So this game's really settling in. So might be able to get some gritty goals. That's what I'm have to think if we're going to get a winner over here.
At the dot for Villanova, Matthews wins the faceoff. Navy quick to retrieve. And now handling and now looking to center it. A shot that the puck almost disappeared there for a second. Navy handles. A lot of confusion on the ice. Couldn't tell if it went in the back or not. Now Villanova quick in transition. George Clark now a shot to the breadbasket of Marcus.
Looks like we're going to have a penalty on Navy. It's like Joseph Kelly might go in the box for ripping. I think he ripped a stick out of a Nova player's hands behind the play. Getting a little chippy. There's that discipline thing we're talking about. Now Nova gets their second power play of the day. Both teams are 1 for 1.
1 for 1, important stat. And games like these, you really got to rely on your special teams to bank in when you need them to. Villanova with a golden opportunity here at Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Score is even at 1 apiece, 6:35 to go.
Special teams play and do or die, any type of playoff game, it's really important. And Navy with a 17.5 power play on the year, it's 1 for 1 today.
Now Villanova will handle. Settled down, Troiano out there. Tim Arena as well. Number 12, Richie Halevy, game's only goal scorer for the Villanova Wildcats, joining forces. Brett Mackel, number 22, out there. And a shot that was sent to the front for Marcus. Easy save for him.
So both teams have scored that first power play goal and the first power play opportunity. I'm interested to see what happens once that first penalty is killed. If Navy kills this penalty, will they get a boatload of momentum from it, or will the game just stay the same? I'm interested to see the reactions on that.
And a follow-up opportunity off of Rocket.
It bounced off the boards, but right into Marcus's grasp, and he was able to cover up.
Maybe a bit of an early whistle. It seems the crowd seemed to be upset about that.
Yeah, bit of an early whistle, plus some pushing and shoving, which the fans like.
As is tradition here in the ECHA.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Especially in this game.
And now the faceoff's going to move to neutral ice, it looks like. Villanova trying to plead their case. Having a word with the official is Jack Marecki for the Wildcats. Moving here at the dot, David Troiano. And won by Navy. Pushed back. Jack Marecki now handling it. Just tries to settle it down past to Mackel. Mackel now, Arena in his shadow. Thought about passing it to Arena. Got to be careful there. Almost handled by Navy. Mackel, no problem, though. Goes left to right. Tries to push one into the slot. Playing on the boards is Troiano. Number 12, Richie Halevy now. And Mackel now for the Villanova Wildcats. Passes it back to Halevy. Halevy all the way across ice to Marecki. Marecki, a shot sent to the slot, a save off the blocker by Marcus. Villanova still able to keep possession now. A battle in the boards. With him is Tim Arena. Tim Arena passing it to Mackel. Back to Arena, number 14. Arena thought about it. Thinks twice. Back to Mackel. Mackel thought about it. Back to Arena. Marecki across ice handling it. And a bad pass there from Jack Marecki. Mackel looking for the one-timer.
He split Arena and Mackel, but left-handed and right-handed shot were opposite of each other. It splits them where it's both on their backhand. Kind of nothing you can do about that one. Just bad pass.
Luke Turk on the retrieval now for the Naval Academy, number 15. Eddie Klein here playing the puck for Villanova. Klein looking to pass it to Andre Berglund. George Clark remains out there, number 11 for the Owls. Number 9 for the Villanova Wildcats, Tim Matthews. Now a puck that was sent to the front of the net kind of trickled between two Navy defenders, kept alive by Navy, moving up in transition now. Navy with a shot up wide of the net, just above Pacelli, and a major hit after. Another shot to the blocker, Pacelli, a save again, a follow-up opportunity. Navy looking to cash in. Puck is still loose.
We're going to have a penalty on Nova, looks like. A Navy player got upended in front of the net, and I think they're going to send an IceCat into the box for that.
And it looks like it could be Tim Matthews, number 9 for the Naval Academy, or excuse me, for Villanova.
That whole sequence started with Joe Kelly from Navy hopping out of the box with a full head of steam like a bull, just coming on the ice out of the penalty box, just collecting the puck and just going straight into the offensive zone, getting some pressure on Villanova's net. So all credit to him for starting that opportunity, and he finds a way to get a Navy power play out of it.
At the face-off circle for the Villanova Wildcats, Pacifico. Sent all the way back into Navy zone. Retrieving it will be Matt Stamler. Stamler now moving with the puck. 5-on-4 advantage for the Academy. Stamler tried to get cheeky with it through the slot. Nova was not fooled. And now playing back against the boards for the Naval Academy, Luke Turk. Burkhardt, Spike to be exact. Sends it back to his trusty hand and partner. Back to Spike. Looked to someone to the slot. Scasia was there. And a follow-up opportunity and a little shoving after the fact. And a player sent on the back of the goalie. Fan section is furious.
I don't think they're going to get a penalty out of it, though, unfortunately.
They shouldn't.
Some hockey players in the playoffs, they're going to push back and forth. It happens. People are going to poke at pucks.
Nova,
name of the game.
Nova does have the shot advantage, 9-7. It feels like the puck has been in this zone for the majority of play, though, Mike.
Yeah, it has, and it's kind of weird, that shot total, but Nova, sort of their offensive, it seems like their offensive game plan, once they get in the zone, they just at least want to get that first shot on net and try to go from there rather than working their offense then getting that first shot. So that's why Nova the shot total might be skewed a little bit in their favor.
At the face-off now for the Naval Academy, number 15, Luke Turk, going up against David Pacifico for the Wildcats. Won by Turk and now handled by the Midshipmen. Easy play now. Puck was sent over. A shot to the blocker. Save, Pacelli. Sent to the front. Navy looking for a follow-up opportunity. And on the rebound, number 15 for the Naval Academy, Luke Turk was there. Save, Pacelli, though. 3:22 to go here in the first period. If you are just joining in, I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Michael Zingroni. I'm on the play-by-play, Mike on color. We have an even game here in the first round of the ECHA playoffs.
It's a fun matchup. Very fun matchup. Pacelli's been very strong for Nova so far. He's faced 9 shots, made 8 saves. He's been very strong so far.
And now Nova with the pickpocket. Moving up in transition, just an easy dump in, maybe get a line change out of it. They'll keep the same troops on the ice, and now Navy looking to create an opportunity here. Still on the power play with 51 seconds remaining on that. The 5-on-4 advantage now. Scasia tried to just dump it in there. A puck that was sent back. A shot that went just higher than net above Pacelli's glove, kept in by the Academy. Handled now is Luke Turk. Luke Turk passes it back to Turk again. Shot sent to the slot, blocked down by the Wildcats, kept in by the Midshipmen. And now retrieving is Scasia. Scasia with a pass all the way across ice to Turk. tried to get cheeky with it. Villanova was not fooled, and they will waste some more clock.
Yeah, Kelly just got a little, as you mentioned, cheeky, or you could say cute with that pass, trying to do a little too much with the saucer through over 2 Villanova sticks. Better option might have been just getting the puck towards the net.
Navy now moving back in transition through the neutral zone. And a shot that was sent to the front. Navy looking to put on a move, and a follow-up opportunity there from the midshipman. That was Connor Heaton. Power play is killed, even strength for both teams. Navy now retaining possession with 2 minutes on the dot remaining in this first frame. Handling the puck now for the Academy. And another stoppage of play will come.
This game's kind of doing what I felt like after both teams killed a penalty. It's getting tighter and it's not as clean, not as smooth, because both teams sort of have the sense of how to defend each other, it seems like. So I think that sequence right there, Navy trying to get into the Villanova zone, was sort of a blueprint of how this game might finish out.
Troiano at the dot tonight for Villanova. Has been pretty successful. Navy, though, handling it now. Pershilly thought about handling it. He'll leave it for his boy, Brett Mackel. Mackel now playing up against the boards with 2 midshipmen. Handled now by number 14, George Clark. Tried to send it back to number 13 on the Villanova Wildcats, David Troiano. Troiano could not handle. And so now Navy kind of playing back and forth here with Villanova. Mackel behind the cage. Thought about it, sends it back to his partner in crime, right to Richie Halevy. Halevy could not handle it and kept in by the Academy. Number 21 for the Wildcats, Joe Duffy out there now. Duffy sends one to Mackel, and Mackel just dumps one in deep. On the retrieval is Tim Matthews. Matthews playing tight defense. George Clark looking to keep it in. Offsides is waved off. Doesn't matter. Navy will get right back to it. And now moving up in the zone, number 17 for the Academy, Matt Stamler. Stamler now tried to send a shot to the slot. Was blocked down by 2 Wildcats. Kept in by Spike Burkhardt. Burkhardt immediately pulls trigger right back to Stamler. Up against the boards now for the Academy is Kelly. Kelly now handling it. Sent one across ice to Reynolds. Reynolds having trouble in handling the puck. Finally does. And an offsides will be called. 28.2 remaining here in the first period. Fantastic hockey thus far in this game. We got a great crowd here at the Ice Line in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Great environment. I'm here joined by my colleague, Michael Zingroni. Mike, what have you thought about this first period overall?
It started out fast. It started out very open. There was a lot of open ice as the game started, but as we sort of the minutes go along and both teams killed off a penalty, got a little bit tighter. The checking's a little bit tighter. It's a little bit more of a choppy game, not really smooth point-to-point movement.
And now Navy looking for a great opportunity right there. That was number 12 for the Naval Academy, Connor Heaton. And now Villanova with the pickpocket. It's George Clark moving up through the slot. Great defensive play there. Another follow-up chance. Reynolds was there on the play. Eddie Klein with a shot. Sent to the front for the Wildcats. 5 seconds to go here in the first frame. And both teams will skate off to the locker room even at 1 apiece.
Back behind the play, you had Vandenberg, Navy's captain, and Nikita Moseroff, a defender for Nova. They're kind of getting a little tangled behind the play. The ref had to separate them up. So a lot more physical action. You should expect that for these next 2 periods. Words
exchanged, goals scored, testosterone fueled. Don't go anywhere, folks. We still got 2 more periods of ECHA playoff hockey. I am Taylor Snyder with Mike Zingroni. Stay tuned after this first intermission. We will be back in the second. Welcome back to the ECHA Network. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by my partner, Jay Niemeyer, here bringing you the first intermission report between the Naval Academy and the Villanova Wildcats. A phenomenal first period of hockey. Both teams skate off even at 1. What did you see in that period, Jay, from both teams?
I saw a couple of confident teams who knew pretty much from the beginning of the season that they were going to be here in the playoffs, and they came prepared.
100%. Villanova, it looks like early on in that game, Navy may have had the advantage offensively, doing a phenomenal job forechecking. Villanova, though, not phased, took advantage of those power plays. Both teams capitalized on both their opportunities. What do you think has to change for one team to get an edge in this game? What do you think is going to define the edge here?
I've got to say it's going to be penalties, power plays, and penalty kills. We've seen that both teams can be effective on the power play, so it's going to come down to which team either scores more on the power play or takes fewer penalties.
Persheli in net for the Wildcats tonight. Marcus for the Naval Academy. What have you seen out of the goaltenders, Jay?
I've seen a couple of goalies that they know what their team in front of them is going to do. They're not nervous. They know what to expect from the defenders, and they know what they need to do.
As my partner Michael Zingroni said, this is the perfect 4-5 matchup. Two teams that are not at the top of their game, but they're sure playing like it tonight. This is the playoffs. Intensity is amped up by about 10 or 20 notches. The crowd getting involved, the environment, everything here. What was your favorite part about that first period of hockey? Just specifically just the hockey game itself.
I've got to say how determined both teams are to get to the net. There were several plays by both teams that forced the goalkeepers out of their net to sprawl for the puck, and that's always an impressive thing.
Obviously for Villanova, Richie Halevy getting the mark there. Stamler for the Navy Midshipmen. Two players both at the top of the game, both in top 5 in points respectively for both of their teams. Is there anyone specifically on Villanova or Navy that you feel like it's just a matter of time before they start exploding in this game?
Unfortunately, I don't have the names in front of me, but number 9 on Villanova has been really impressive.
Tim Matthews, phenomenal at the faceoff circle. Troiano to number 13 for the Wildcats. Tim Arena, number 14, my personal favorite player to watch on Villanova. Not too involved on that first period. I expect him to be not too far behind his counterparts here. Second period of hockey action coming right your way. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Jay Niemeyer. I'll be back on the call with Mike Zingroni after this. Get your popcorn ready, keep your soda cold, whatever you need to do, whatever tradition you got to fulfill, don't go anywhere. We got second period of ECHA hockey coming right your way. Villanova, Navy, even at 1 pop. 20 more minutes to go. Michael Zingroni, how are we feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm excited to see what adjustments both teams made from the first period. We had a really fast-paced first period, so I'm excited to see how the second period plays out.
And now Villanova with the dump. Icing call here. On the back pedal was George Clark for the Wildcats.
Serious question, Taylor. Assess the jerseys for me, because I know you're a jersey connoisseur, so I want you to assess them for me real quick. What are your thoughts on them?
I'm a big fan of both of the jerseys here. I think they really both speak to both of the teams that we have in competition. Navy, obviously, with the classic gold, can't go wrong. Villanova really can't go wrong with their navy blue. I knew coming into tonight, Mike, that this would be a very personal match considering both teams have navy blue in their repertoire. And now Navy handling it for the Academy.
Looks like we have a penalty on Nova.
Delayed penalty call here coming up early in the period. Skating to the bench is now Marcus. Spike Burkhardt, someone to the slot. Handling it now, number 9 for the Academy, Vandenberg. And now handled down by the leading point skater, Stamler. Stamler out there, a shot sent to the front of the net off the blocker, Pacelli, and a penalty will be coming.
Navy had a brief 6-on-4 because the Villanova player was without a stick. That was A.G. Ganella. He was without a stick for Nova. So they had a brief 6-on-4, but now we're going to normal power play 5-on-4 time. Early in the first period, Villanova took a penalty just a tad bit earlier than this, and Navy capitalized. They got the early 1-0 lead, so an early period penalty could hurt Villanova again. It's going to be very, very big to see how John Pacelli performs this penalty kill for Nova.
Number 15 at the dot for the Academy, Luke Turk. Turk now tangled up in a draw. The Navy special teams unit out there right now. Number 20, Golembrowski. Number 2, Scasia. Scasia with a shot sent over to Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly able to keep it in despite no stick. And now a delay penalty call could be coming. I think we got a trip here, Mike. Even strength again.
4-on-4. The fans are loving it. The Villanova bench was getting a little rowdy. The Villanova fans are getting rowdy themselves. Got some 4-on-4. What I liked about that first period was how open the ice is. And now 4-on-4, take a man off for both teams. You're going to have even more white ice to work with. So I'm excited to see the speed of these two teams play a little ping pong match these next minute and a half.
Navy had the advantage for about 20 seconds. Villanova right back-to-back tripping calls for both teams. Face-off will move into the blue and gold zone.
Yeah, right to our right, we got a standing Villanova student section. A standing one.
The first round of the ECHA playoffs. Wouldn't expect anything less, Mike.
Would not expect anything less. I can imagine if they move on, what's the turnout tomorrow.
Now dumped into the Navy zone. Icing is waved off by the officials. Handling it now is Berglund. Berglund, a shot to the front for Matthews, could not handle it. Villanova forced to backtrack. Number 18 now handling it. Marzoff for the Wildcats. Broken up in the middle by the penalty killer. Scasia was there. Scasia sent one's over to the left. A shot to the blocker, almost a follow-up opportunity for Scasia on the shorthand. And now back in transition is the Wildcats. A shot to the glove and knocked down by Marcus. Play is stopped.
Now this game's chippy, this game's rowdy. We have the fans going back and forth. Just imagine the winner of this game goes on to play number 1 seeded Drexel University tomorrow.
Drexel, a very impressive team all season long, Mike. Regardless of who walks out of here victorious, that game will be impressive. But we are focused on the right now, Mike. We got a great hockey game here, 18:03 in the second.
Great. This is shaping out to all the press said they would be.
Handled now by the Academy. Shot sent to the roof. Crowd not liking it. And that was Brendan Reynolds for the Naval Academy who sent that one to the ceiling.
Yeah, well, I was getting at, if Villanova somehow comes away with this victory, them and Drexel could be a fun one.
Definitely. Derek Golembrowski at the circle now for the Midshipmen, tangled up with Junmo Kim for the Wildcats. Junmo Kim breaks it up, backtracks, looking to send it off to number 21 on the Wildcats, Joey Duffy. And now moving up into the zone is Junmo. Duffy again, backpedaling is Spike Burkhardt. Junmo in the front of the net, excuse me, that was Joey Duffy there, number 21. And a puck immediately sent back to the Academy. Moving up, we got a 2-on-1 developing here. A shot blocked down by Persheli to keep it even.
What a save.
And now Navy looking for another opportunity here. On the doorstep was Derek Golembrowski. He is now tangled up behind the cage. Spike Burkhardt out there for the Academy. Number 27 here, Brendan Reynolds. Thought about it, sent one to the slot right through wide of the net. Spike Burkhardt dumps it back in, handled by Matt Stamler for the Academy. Junmo Kim moving up in transition through neutral ice. Junmo looking to center it to his teammate there, Tim Arena. And back on the transition is the Naval Academy, Matt Stamler. Joey Duffy again. Duffy, cross ice pass to Mackel. Mackel double fake, a shot that went just off the blocker of Marcus.
That was a wicked shot.
Luke Marcus has held his own tonight for the Midshipmen, Mike.
Definitely, the goalies are definitely showing out as well as the attacking forwards for each team.
Villanova, shot to the slot, a save by Marcus.
Both goalies are really playing their own. Persheli's really impressing me with his positioning. I mean, Navy has 14 shots, 1 goal. A lot of them are high, dangerous shots. But a lot of them also seem like it really didn't cause too much because they just went right into the breadbasket in the Villanova press of Persheli. And Marcus, on the other hand, his glove hand and his blocker hand have been on because Villanova is going for them corners.
And now Navy handled behind is Jeffrey Wu. Wu took a shot there from Troiano. Wu just looking to handle it now, tried to pass it to his teammate there, Connor Heaton. And now back against the boards is Jeffrey Wu. Blocked down in front by number 15, Luke Turk. Handled again by Connor Heaton. Puck that sailed all the way into Nova territory. A stoppage of play will require a face-off in neutral ice.
These first 4 minutes haven't disappointed at all.
Nothing is disappointing.
Only 4 minutes into the second period, and we already had some back-and-forth action.
You know, in a game like this, Mike, it just seems like the shot total is totally irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, 14-10, I don't put too much stock in a game like this because it's just back and forth. We got a ping-pong match right here, so it's a matter of just high, dangerous scoring opportunities, and both teams have definitely had their handful of those.
Villanova punches it through neutral ice. On the retrieval was Blaja. Couldn't reach in time, though. The puck will move all the way back into Villanova ice.
So we're sort of getting a little slowed down in pace. Navy took an offsides, Villanova took an icing, so maybe these teams getting a little too tired to start off because they did start off this period fast.
Joe Pacifico at the dot now for the Villanova Wildcats. Tangled up in the circle was Joe Kelly. Both Joes going at it here on the dot tonight, about even between the two. Backpedaling now, handled by the Midshipman, number 16, Ross Hogan. And now a puck that he couldn't get out, kept in by Villanova on the wraparound opportunity there. Quality opportunity from number 20 on the Villanova Wildcats, Joe Desimorn. And now kept in. Joe Pacifico in the battle. Eddie Klein on the back pedal. Matt Stamler now moving in transition. A pass that was sent to number 24, Joe Kelly on the academy. And the puck will move its way all the way back into Midshipmen ice. On the retrieval will be Spike Burkhardt. And Burkhardt takes a heavy lay from Tim Matthews. Crowd into this one. Number 27 now, Brendan Reynolds. Moving across ice, cheeky pass all the way to Scasia on the follow-up opportunity there for the academy. Number 6, Zach Flagler. Navy looking to respond right back with a check of their own. That was Spike Burkhardt. He got nailed on that last ensue of possessions. Number 27 now, Brendan Reynolds. Looking to send it all the way up. Heaton could not handle it for the academy. .14:23 to go here in the second period. 15 shots to 10 in favor of the Naval Academy. Puck will move in to the Navy zone. And now handled by the Midshipmen here. Number 6 for the academy, Zach Flagler. Moving up, a shot sent to the front of the slot on the follow-up opportunity was Spike Burkhardt, who sent one just high of the net. Alex Vandenberg looking to control the puck, keep it in. Brendan Reynolds couldn't do much to help him out there, so now Reynolds forced to backpedal and pass it off to Burkhardt. And now down on the ice is a Villanova player after the fact. And it's tough to tell from my angle exactly who.
Looks like Henry Lorenzini, or is that number 4?
It does look like number 4 for the Wildcats, which means that this would be David Gilfian. He's slow to get back up.
Yeah, he blocked a shot. I want to say that's what he got hurt from, but he also got tangled up with a Navy player afterwards. A Navy player fell on top of him, so I'm not sure exactly what caused the ailment, but if I had to guess, he did block a shot, did sell out for that, so he might have caught some rubber on the lower body. One thing I want to credit, sorry for cutting you off, one thing I want to credit these refs for real quick is sort of how they're officiating this game. This game is very physical, and sometimes it can cause refs to over-referee a game, and they're not doing that today. And I think they're finding the perfect balance of when to say words, when to call penalties, and whatnot. So credit to them for keeping this game in check.
Triano and Vandenberg at the dot there for both teams. That's been a fun matchup to watch all night.
That's been a fun matchup. Face-offs going back and forth for both teams.
Number 19 now handling it for the academy, Edward Zhao. Zhao looking to dump it out, kept in there by number 22 for the Wildcats. Both teams battling it out on the boards. On the retrieval now, Naval Academy able to dump it out. Now Vandenberg moving in transition through the neutral zone. Vandenberg puts on a move. Vandenberg with a shot that was blocked down in front. Number 15 for the academy, Luke Turk there for the follow-up, could not finish.
Vandenberg's been buzzing this game. He's Navy's only goal scorer, and he's been buzzing.
Vandenberg, the shot that was sent to the front there by, I believe that was goal is waved off, if there even was one.
Wow, Vandenberg almost had a second of the game, but ref lost sight of the whistle. He thought Pershilly had covered it up, but apparently he didn't squeak through, but the ref lost sight of the puck for a split second, causes him to blow the whistle. Navy would have had a 2-1 lead, but the ref with a premature whistle. Big opportunity there. That's been an issue. Was an issue in the earlier game between William Patterson and Temple. A couple early whistles in that game. It's interesting. That could be game changers. Wipe the goal off the board. Face-off now moves up into neutral ice. Handling it now is Tim Matthews. Laid a heavy hit earlier. George Clark looking to keep it in for the Wildcats. Number 16, Joe Reisfelder was there. Reisfelder now moving up as the academy sent to the slot. A shot there by number 20 for the academy, Joe Desimore. And now Villanova right back. George Clark with another opportunity, sends one to the front. Another follow-up opportunity there from the Wildcats. That was Jim Conway. And a delayed penalty call may be coming here or not. Nope. Crowd wanted one. They will not be afforded one. They wanted a weak slash. They weren't going to get it. And now Matt Stamler moving up through transition, looking for a centering opportunity. A shot that was sent up. Pichelli sent up into midair in the front of the net. Pichelli didn't even see it. Yeah, it bounced right ahead, right on top of his head, basically. He didn't see it. Lands right in front of him. Thank God for Villanova's sake, that didn't take a weird bounce and into the net. Navy with a couple of close calls here in this period, knocking on the door
Mike, what do you think is going to set a team apart in a game so close like this?
That scrappy goal, that second and third chance opportunity goal, because I feel like both teams might get one more goal each on that first opportunity coming flying in through the neutral zone, but you're going to need a gritty goal or two to maybe pull away with this game. So that look for sort of the blue paint work and what happens in front of the net and who wins that battle.
1-1, even up here. 12:15 to go in the second period. 18 shots in favor of the U.S. Naval Academy. Now at the face-off now, number 15 for the Academy, Luke Turk. Turk, quick slide on the face-off, couldn't keep it in. Annenberg does a good job of knocking it down, but immediately handled was Andre Berglund for the Wildcats. A couple of back-and-forth sequences there before the whistle's called.
Looks like we're going to have a penalty. Looks to be on Navy. Alex Vandenberg will be heading to the box, the Navy's captain, and Villanova will be heading to the power play. Particularly the third time today they will be heading to the power play. The fourth time, they had a brief 15-second power play earlier in the period, but is now their fourth power play, and Nova has a chance to take the lead.
Yep. Troiano at the circle for the Wildcats. Number 15, Luke Turk, handling duties for the Midshipmen. Face-off, neutral draw. Battling it out is Troiano. Looking to keep it in the zone. Does a decent job of forechecking. Villanova now moving up with it. Number 12 for the Wildcats. Richie Halevy. Halevy couldn't really see the puck too much, and now moving up is Brendan Reynolds for the Midshipmen. Brendan Reynolds sent a shot that was blocked down in front by the Wildcats. Navy looking to forecheck, keep it in. Too many Wildcats to handle, and now Villanova will maintain possession. It's Tim Arena with a pass to Mackel, back to Arena. Arena moving up swiftly through neutral ice. A pass that was sent all the way across ice to Jack Marecki. Handled by Tim Matthews, back to Richie Halevy. Halevy back to Matthews. Marecki with a shot that was sent to the slot. Kept in the Villanova zone. Now number 22 for the Wildcats, Brett Mackel handling it. Back to Mackel it goes. Mackel thought about passing it off to Marecki. He won't. He'll find Richie Halevy. Halevy's going to send it across ice to Marecki. Marecki tried to send one to the front. Didn't get enough on it. Easy clear for the Midshipmen.
Good penalty killing by Navy. That's offsides. I don't know. Villanova fans are wanting some calls to go in their favor, but these refs have been good today. I don't think they're going to get too many. Good job by Navy, though, not allowing Villanova to really get the puck in the middle of their penalty kill setup. Looks like they're going kind of with a box/diamond or interchanging, but they didn't let Villanova to really work it around in the slot, and the only shot Villanova did get from the high slot, it went wide, so credit Navy on that penalty kill so far.
Oftentimes in a hockey game, it's so easy to really discredit what the referees have done, but in a game like this, what's really stood out to me is all the good calls they've made. So close, as you mentioned, so physical. I mean, so many calls could have gone one way or another. I see this as a neutral game so far, Mike.
Oh, yeah, this is going along great for referees. Both teams are getting physical, but it's easy for a referee to sort of do too much when you have a physical game, but they really aren't. They're doing a good job today.
And now moving the puck over was Eddie Klein. It's number 6 on the Villanova Wildcats. Henry Lorenzini. Back behind the net is Matthews. Sent one to Lorenzini, back to Matthews. Matthews looking for Eddie Klein, number 7. Handled here by George Clark. Clark looking for Tim. I believe that was Tim Matthews or Andre Berglund. Could have gone either way. It doesn't matter. Couldn't reach him. And a heavy blow there from George Clark. 1 second remaining on that power play. Both teams back at even strength here with 10:02 to go, 1-1. Battle of the boards here. Villanova on the back check. George Clark with a little dangle of a move. Broken up by the Navy Midshipmen defense. And now kept in by the Navy Midshipmen defense. Handling the duties is Joe Kelly.
This is a real key portion in time for Navy. They just killed a penalty, but you don't want to give Villanova a free goal and find yourself trailing 2-1. So this is a key couple minutes for the Midshipmen. Vandenberg
doing his best impersonation of Nikita Kucherov there with a couple of dangles off the wall. But Pacelli able to keep it in quite effortlessly. Only 3 Villanova Wildcats to 1 Navy Midshipmen there. Mike, a lot of back and forth action in this game thus far. Do you really see anything that stood out in this period that wasn't really too relevant in the first?
I mean, Shelley was relevant in the first, but I think it's kind of going understated how he's handled this game for Villanova in the second period. I mean, you can see the shot total. Navy has 7 more shots than Villanova. You can make that 9 after Chuck a puck just barely trickled on net, but the way he's sort of handling the game, his calm presence, saving a lot of pucks in his breadbasket, being in the right position, sort of transformed over into the rest of the game and into Villanova's game. So his calm presence has kind of been contagious with the Wildcats.
Midshipmen able to handle it in. Now moving with the puck is Luke Turk. Luke Turk sent one to the slot. Vandenberg looking for the follow-up opportunity. Wasn't cleared out there by the Nova Wildcats. Handling it now is Vandenberg. Vandenberg looking for Turk, the assistant captain. Couldn't find him. And now Villanova moving back up in transition. Lajad there for the Wildcats. Number 20 now handling it, Joe Desimorn. And now Blajda couldn't handle it, so the puck's going to move all the way back into Villanova's zone, and we're going to get a face-off back at Navy zone. 8:47 here remaining in the second period, 18-11 shot total in favor of the Midshipmen. Great, and I mean great crowd here tonight at the ice line in Westchester, Pennsylvania. First round of the ECHA playoffs here. If you're just tuning in, I'm Taylor Snyder, Mike Zingroni on color. At the face-off circle now for the Wildcats, Jumo Kim, number 15, Luke Turk, the usual suspect for the Naval Academy. And now Villanova couldn't really handle that. Punching back, number 16 for the Wildcats, Joe Reisfelder. Tried to keep it in. Number 4 here. Handled by Luke Turk. Luke Turk and Vandenberg kind of simultaneously got possession there. Trickled out, and now Joe Scasia, number 2. A rocket that was sent just high of the cage, kept in by Pacifico.
This really is a heavyweight bout. I mean, the physicality is obviously heavyweight, but just a chance. The chances these two teams are just trading back and forth. This is just a classic mid-90s heavyweight fight of just jabs and uppercuts just going back and forth and seeing which team can last longer. And it's still tied 1-1, but the way this game's going, I would not be surprised if this breaks open soon.
At the dot now for the Midshipmen, number 26, number 26, Andrew Douglas for the Academy. And now Spike Burkhardt tried to center the puck. Believe he was looking for number 6 there on the play for the Navy Midshipmen, Zach Flagler. Spike Burkhardt now looking to handle it. Douglas, good job of back checking. Doesn't matter. He'll need to retain his position. Navy player falls to the ice now. Moving up is Richie Halevy. The lone goal for Villanova. Tried to send it for Dave Troiano. Troiano now couldn't find him. Kept in by Halevy. Eddie Klein looks to send it to the front. Blocked down by a Navy Midshipman player. And now Navy back on the retrieval. Icing will be called.
I wonder what Navy's energy level is at right now, because they just had a chance. If they hurried, if they showed the speed they were, especially in that first period, they could have easily had a 3-on-2 opportunity. But, you know, they just dumped it in. Nate Hyden for Navy just dumped it in and iced it. And now you got a defensive zone face-off, which could be tired players, why he couldn't get that 3-on-2. But we're just wondering what their energy level's at, because that looked like a bit of an off play.
Derek Golembrowski at the dot wins it for the Midshipmen. Looking to punch it out. Tries to find his teammate there, Connor Heaton. Spike Burkhardt handling it now for the Midshipmen. In neutral ice is Brett Mackel. Lucas Marcus thought about covering that one up. Let's play proceed. Reynolds now behind the net. A Villanova player got some air there. I believe that was number 11, George Clark.
It's me penalty on Villanova. Andre Berglund, he's going to go in for high sticking. Brendan Reynolds on Navy try to do a little deke along the boards. But Villanova player, Berglund, he got his stick up, and Navy's onto the power play.
A huge 5-on-4 advantage here for the Academy. A team that's outshooting Villanova 19-12. Has been a couple of close scoring opportunities away from really breaking this game open. This could be the time for them to make this 2-1.
It's perfect timing. Both goals this game so far are on the power play, so if you expect anything to change from a deadlock score right now, you expect it to come via special teams.
At the dot now for the Academy, number 9, Alex Vandenberg, immediately into the grasp of Persheli for the Villanova Wildcats. So now teams will have to retrace. Joe Pacifico, some good tonight for the Wildcats at the circle. Navy special teams unit on the ice right now. Handling it now for the Academy. A shot that was sent to the front for Vandenberg. A follow-up opportunity. And we got a no goal. Looks like from my angle that one went in the back, but played off the side of the net. Play will continue for the Academy. A shot that thought about sending it from the front, number 27 there. And play will be blown dead. Matt Stamler with a quality opportunity there for the Naval Academy. The leading points getter for the Midshipmen. Almost made this game 2-1. And we may have a goalie technical difficulty here, Mike. It appears that the Villanova goaltender, Bichelli here, trying to mess with his equipment.
He's grabbing at his face. Maybe a puck got in high off of him. Not really too clear. Maybe his padding's a little loose. Looks like to be tightening his left pad right now. Or maybe just take 5 seconds to himself to let his team gather a breather. Maybe nothing too overzealous right now. The Navy came close. Probably counting on my hand, just the third or fourth time this period where they had the puck probably within 5 inches of the goal line and almost made it 2-1. So Navy really is buzzing right now.
Connor Heaton was out there on that opportunity. Sending the shot to the front was Matt Stamler. Stamler again looking for the one-timer from the office. Could not get it. At the top right now for the Naval Academy, number 27, Reynolds. Reynolds now looking to fire it. Cocked a little too late. The follow-up opportunity from Stamler. A cheeky opportunity. Persheli able to keep this game even at 1.
Smart idea from Shamler. He had a bouncing puck coming in front of the goal line. Just poke it on net. Make Persheli stop it, hold it, get fresh legs on both sides, get fresh legs on your power play unit. See what happens, and it almost squeaked through. But Persheli, like always, he's in position to make the save.
Heaton now going to the dot for the Academy. Spike Burkhardt out there. Now special teams remains. That's Stamler and Vandenberg to be exact. Reynolds will remain number 27. Handling the puck was Heaton. Shot that went just high of the net. Stamler now backpedaling for the Navy Midshipmen. Stamler, 69 points on the year, 28 goals, 41 assists. The killer. A shot that was sent just high of the net. That was number 3 there, Spike Burkhardt. Kept in the Navy zone, though, is Reynolds. Reynolds now looking for Stamler. Stamler, a shot that was sent across ice there. An almost scoring chance from Alex Vandenberg. Caught the one-timer. Persheli wasn't too happy about the extracurricular after the play.
Yeah, the common denominator between the 2 goals in the first period, obviously you got the power plays, but getting puck into the blue paint and forcing pressure and trying to squeeze that puck past the opposition's goalie. And that's what Navy tried to do there and almost got a bounce that favored them to give them a 2-1 lead. They've been trying out this power play. It's been working for them. They just haven't been able to beat Persheli.
Obviously, as I mentioned, coming into tonight, Navy converts on 18.7% of their power plays. That's 164th in the nation. Villanova at 190. There's still 36 seconds remaining here on this very, and I mean very crucial power play in a tight first-round game between the Wildcats and the Midshipmen here in the second period.
This comes at a very key time because you're dwindling down to the last 5 minutes of the second period, and who's going to have momentum to close out the period, who's going to maybe score a goal to close out the period, and who's maybe going to carry that momentum into the all-important third period.
Scasia, shot sent all the way across ice. That was Reynolds there pulling trigger. Douglas pulling trigger for the Academy. New skaters now on. Navy handling the puck. Thought about centering it to Luke Turk. Number 20 now handling it for the Academy. Derek Golembrowski. Golembrowski out there with Andrew Douglas. Number 24, Joe Kelly getting involved. Villanova crowd trying to rally their troops. 1 second, penalty killed off. Even strength, a huge skill for the Wildcats. Scasia now. Just went straight to the net, thought about doing it himself. Couldn't get the wrap around. Villanova played tightly there. Luke Turk handling it. Set one all the way across ice. Golembrowski was there for the Midshipmen. Douglas now looking to handle it. And now skating all the way back to retrieve the puck is Ross Hogan.
Villanova tried to get a little sneaky, try to get a couple of the tire players off the ice, but the refs, who've been on top of their game today, surely not falling for it.
A game that was so close shot-wise in the first period. Navy has 21 shots, and it really doesn't seem like it because it seems like the puck's kind of been neutral and where it wants to stay, but Navy really done a good job of, in the past 5 to 10 minutes, keeping the puck in their zone.
I think that's the effect of John Persheli. Just the way his calmness, he goes about just making saves. really doesn't make it seem like Navy's completely out shooting Villanova like they are. His presence, his effect, I think, is just taking over this game right now, and see if Villanova offense can take advantage of it.
Ross Hogan now out there for the Academy. Lucas Marcus could have passed it off, thought about playing it safe. A 4:25 game here in the second period. Face-off moving into the Navy midshipman zone where the puck has been the least amount this period. Great crowd here tonight. They've stayed in it even though this is still even at 1 a pop. So much offense in this game, but at the same time, not enough credit to the defense, Mike. Done a fantastic job for both teams.
Yeah, it's 1-1, and I feel like all we're thinking about is offensive opportunities, but the defenses and the goalies have held strong to keep this a one-apiece game.
Now handling it back for the Wildcats, number 18, Nikita Morozov. Morozov passes it off to Tim Matthews. Tim Matthews trying to play it off the wall. Matthews going straight to the cage, looking for an opportunity. Went off the blocker of Marcus. And now the Naval Academy looking to handle number 12 for the Academy, Connor Heaton. And now a backhand shot that almost went top shelf there. Number 20, Derek Golembrowski, almost made this 2-1.
Perhaps he wasn't able to get the best shot off because Eddie Klein of Villanova looks like to be going to the box for a hooking penalty. Actually, excuse me, Andre Berglund, his second penalty of the game, looks to be messing with the Navy player, possibly couldn't get a clean shot off. Actually, it is Eddie Klein going to the penalty box. The referees were confusing me. But Navy, with their 5th power play of the game, they're 1 for 4 so far.
Eddie Klein, yeah, number 7 going to the box here. Klein had a chance about 8 minutes ago in this game. A shot that was sent to the front of the net was knocked down by Tim Matthews, almost trickled its way by Luke Marcus, probably the unsung moment of this game. And now keeping it for Navy, number 20, Derek Golembrowski out there to support him is Joe Scasia for the Naval Academy. Excuse me, John Scasia. Douglas to Turk. Sent to the front, blocked down. Scasia on the retrieval. Joe Kelly out there for the Academy. Golembrowski with a nice pass to Turk, back to Golembrowski. Golembrowski all the way back to Scasia. Scasia back at the point, skates it to the center. A shot there by number 24. Joe Kelly could not reach the back of the net. Persheli once again does the job.
Where did that shot go? Right into the breadbasket for Shelley. His positioning has been phenomenal, especially this period, just the way he's been calm about himself. But one thing I've really noticed about this Navy power play is how well they work below the dots and along the goal line. That first power play where they scored, that's where their goal came from. And the last power play where they got a lot of their shots, they got a lot of those opportunities from the corners when they work for them. So if you're Nova, you really got to push them up to the point and make Navy force it.
It seems also like they've been very aggressive, but not too aggressive, done just the right amount to keep the puck in their zone when the opportunity has been granted. But now they're going to be forced to go get the puck. Reynolds getting a little lazy with it, has to pick up his speed just to make sure Blaja doesn't catch up. And now Reynolds, easy to handle. Matt Stamler, leading points getter for the Naval Academy. Stamler now a pass to Burkhardt. Going to the front of the cage, number 12, Connor Heaton there. This is exciting, Mike. You know, a lot has gone on in this game, but if I could just say something real quick, this has been one of the most exciting hockey games I've seen all year in Division I club.
Oh, this has been a very exciting game. This is a lot of back and forth. Goalie work's just phenomenal. The stick works great. The forechecking, the back checking, everything's just really on point. This is just speaking to a playoff game. And let's not even talk about the atmosphere because we know all about that.
Navy still has 43 remaining on that power play, the one that put Eddie Klein in the box. 39 here, the 5-on-4 advantage, looking to cash in now. Luke Turk with a pass to the front there. A nice shot by number 27 for the Academy. Brendan Reynolds. Reynolds now handling it all the way back across ice to Stamler. Reynolds once again handles. Playing up against the boards. Vandenberg out there, the captain for the Naval Academy, number 9. Stamler takes his time. Thinks about it for a little bit, sends one to the front of the slot, looking for a follow-up chance from Vandenberg, wasn't in position. A shot that was sent to the front by Connor Heaton. Villanova not fooled. And now the Wildcats moving back in transition through the neutral zone. On the defensive play was Stamler. Junmo Kim in a battle of the boards. A hit there by Vandenberg. Knocked down by Stamler. And now Stamler Playing up there with Nate Heaton, number 23. And now a shot to the front from Navy. A follow-up opportunity there from Villanova. That was Richie Alvey. Another opportunity. Junmo Kim on the rebound. Villanova almost made this 2-1.
We've been talking about John Pershilly most of this period, but I think we can give a little bit more credit to Luke Marcus, especially after that. He just stood on his head for 3 incredible saves from point-blank range to keep this game at 1. The Villanova fan section was ready to erupt, but Luke Marcus says, not so fast.
Luke Marcus with a busy workload in the first period. Probably a good thing that we haven't heard his name too much. Says a lot about the Naval Academy defense and their ability to keep this at 1-1. So many great aspects and components going into a first-round hockey playoff game. It's really what you want as a fan.
Yeah, we're getting everything we asked for here. We're definitely not going to be asking for more once this game ends.
And now Nate Heaton, Brunner Connor, number 12, is on the bench right now. The Heaton brothers in this game very much involved. And now punched back into neutral ice is the Naval Academy. Moving up with it swiftly is Andrew Douglas. Douglas now passes it back to the other Heaton. Heaton now handling it in the neutral zone. Laying down somewhat of a hit there was Andrew Douglas. Standing firm on the play for the Villanova Wildcats was number 6, Henry Lorenzini. And now Brett Mackel, number 22, had a quality opportunity in the first period handling it for the Wildcats. Lorenzini looking to pass it. Number 12 on the Wildcats, Richie Halvey, the game's only goal. A shot that was sent there by Matt Stamler went wide of the net. Knocked down by number 24 here, Joe Kelly for the Academy. Kelly in the boards battle with Richie Halvey. Halvey content to dump it. Couldn't connect with Tim Arena, number 14. And right back to the Navy zone we go as Derek Golembrowski playing a tight defensive shift, but not enough. 2 periods of hockey under our belt.
This has been everything we wanted. This has been everything we asked for. This is just amazing. 1-1 tie game. Got an important 20 minutes coming up, Taylor.
We have played 2 periods of hockey here at Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. First round of the ECHA playoffs between Villanova and the Naval Academy, both even at 1. One team goes home on the shoulders of their student section. The other team goes home packing. Who will it be? Find out. Third period action coming to you after this break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Iceline here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Once again, I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Jay Niemeyer here for the second intermission report. Jay, when last we talked, it was 1-1. Here we are again. It's still 1-1. What did you see in that period?
I saw Navy really take control of the shots and overall the offense in that period. They had a couple really close calls, whereas Nova, they mostly elected to hit rather than shoot.
A lot of power plays in that period, 2+ to be exact for Navy. Couldn't capitalize on any of them. What did you see out of the special teams there for Villanova?
You know, I saw Nova doing just really locking it down. They know what they have to do, and they are confident in what they need to do on the special teams. And
a game like this, you know, I feel like a lot of credit. It's easy to take that to the offense, but defensively, both these teams, I feel like it's the reason this game is close. Cannot undermine the goaltending in this. What have you seen out of both netminders in this game, and what's it going to take for one team to capitalize here?
I've seen goalies that trust their defensemen. We talk a lot in hockey about trusting your goalie, but your goalie also has to be able to trust your defenseman in front of him. And I've seen 2 confident goaltenders that know when they have to make a save and how to make that save.
Tim Arena, one guy for Villanova, coming into this game, I thought he'd have a huge impact here. Has not gotten a goal thus far for Villanova. Who are you looking at maybe for Villanova or the Naval Academy to really put that goal off here in the third period to send one team home packing?
I really noticed George Clark for Villanova. He's got some serious speed, where he's responsible for one of Nova's major rushes this period. As for the Naval Academy, I'm looking at their captain.
And the officiating in this game thus far, very tight. Both teams have been chippy thus far, and, you know, it's hard for both teams to really continue on that energy through 3 periods of hockey. It is a very tiring sport, but I really get a sense of in this game it's going to be a matter of just 1 or 2 bounces, maybe 2 or 3 minutes left in this game that is going to set this team or one of these teams apart. It's just been so tight the whole way through.
Oh, absolutely. I think it'll come down to possibly 1 mistake.
And Villanova here, the home crowd behind them in Westchester, Pennsylvania, will be very upset to see them go home packing. Lucky for them and lucky for Navy Midshipmen fans, we still got 1 more period of hockey and possibly then some. Score is tied at 1 apiece here from the second intermission report. I am Taylor Snyder, Jay Niemeyer. I'm back up on the call here with Michael Zingroni right after this. We have played 2, but in the good old hockey game, we play 3. 1-1 after 2 periods. Navy and Nova tied. 24 shots for the Naval Academy, 17 for the Wildcats. Mike, put on your seatbelt. Everyone at home, strap up. Hold your kids. Make sure they have protection over their heads. It could get wild here. Put on a helmet. Whatever you really need to do to get yourself through this next period of hockey.
I'm Jack Taylor. I'm ready to honestly jump out of this broadcast booth.
I am totally
myself.
I am totally jacked.
I want to play in this game because this is fun.
It has been 6 years since I have touched the ice. I honest to God believe right now I have never wanted to get back out there more with the way these two teams are playing tonight.
It's been about like 12 years for me, but I think I could scrap it up out there. The adrenaline will get me going because this atmosphere is insane.
Number 13 for the Wildcats, Treyano. Luke Turk for the Naval Academy. 1-1. Who's going to pull out here at the line? Handled now by Vandenberg for the Academy, moving through neutral zone. Sent one to Persheli at the front of the net off the blocker. Now Heaton here for the Naval Academy, moving it back to Turk, back to Heaton. Heaton tried to get fancy with it through the legs. Villanova was not fooled. Richie Halevy moving up through the neutral zone. Sends one to George Clark. George Clark looking for Halevy again. A shot by Halevy. Saved by Luke Marcus.
Marcus found a way to get his blocker on that. Just really impressive save because that was a difficult shot with a couple players in his grill right in front of him.
Brendan Reynolds now for the Academy, number 27. Passes it off to Luke Turk, who moves up through neutral ice. Luke Turk looking for an opportunity. Puts on a fancy dangle there on the defensive play was number 7, Eddie Klein. And number 9, Tim Matthews looking to go cross ice here. In transition is George Clark. George Clark with a shot that was blocked down in front by Brendan Reynolds. No penalty call to come. Clark is without a stick. And now moving up, Matt Sandler for the Academy. Puts on a nice dangle there on the good defensive play, though, for the Academy. Was number 18, for Villanova, number 18. Nikita Marazov. And the faceoff's going to move into Nova Ice here. Mike, 2 periods underway. We've talked a lot about offense, defense, goaltending. You got to pick one right now, Mike. One. What's going to set a team apart here in the third period?
It's got to be your leading scorers. It's got to be the people that have been putting the puck in the back of the net for you constantly all year. For Nova, Brett Mackel, I expect him to come through for Villanova if Villanova were to win this game. And if Navy were to win this game, Matthew Stamler, I expect him to come through as well. Both of them are leading points getters for their respective teams. Both of them are first-team ECHA All-Stars this year. So I think kind of got to rely on your all-stars, your leading players, to get you over the hump and get you into the second round.
Moving into neutral ice now for the Villanova Wildcats, trying to press up the left side here. Number 19, Jack Marecki. And on the follow-up opportunity, Gillifan, who fell down earlier on the ice, back up here playing in this game. Number 10 now handling Jim Conway. Conway couldn't get much on it, so the puck's going to be sent into neutral ice. Centering it was Matthew Stamler, trying to get the hold, could not. The pass was sent by number 20, Derek Golombrowski. And play will stop. Faceoff's got to move all the way back in to neutral ice.
This game's kind of only 2 minutes far in this third period, but it's kind of reminiscent of the beginning of the first period. Really open, a lot of back and forth. Both teams really trying to strike first, trying to strike fast, stretching the game out a little bit, really utilizing all that open ice for them. So I think the teams have both got their second win, and we're ready to get out in this track meet again.
Jer Reisfelder was there behind the net for the Villanova Wildcats. Jim Conway just had to handle. Now dumped in on the retrieval is Jumo Kim. Up in a battle here with number 19 on the Academy, Edward Zhao. And now moving up into neutral ice is Zach Flagler, number 6. Flagler looking to move back behind the net on the defensive play was Lorenzini for the Wildcats. Flagler with a shot that was sent. And on the follow-up opportunity, a shot that was sent to the front there by number 19 on the Academy. Ed Zhao was blocked down in front. And a bit of a confusion there. Both players ran into each other for the Academy. Handling it now effortlessly is Brett Mackel. He's got to find someone to help him out, though. Pacifico, big on the face-off tonight. Right back to him, back to Mackel. Pacifico's got to go retrieve it in the corner, up in the battle here with Alex Vandenberg. Vandenberg able to punch it out. The Navy Midshipmen now moving with it. Number 14 for the Academy, Joe Gianni. And this will give both teams an opportunity for a line change now with 16:55 to go. 27-18 shots in favor of the Midshipmen. Alex Turk here with a huge hit. Luke Turk took a huge hit. Alex Vandenberg, number 9, was the one who followed it up with a hit of his own.
Physical play. It's been a name of this game the whole entire night, so I expect it to continue these last 16:30.
Whichever team breaks through will be big, but I'm starting to get the sense in the building like this. If Villanova were to break this open 2-1, this crowd would be in full force behind them.
This game does have a lot of offense, a lot of high danger scoring opportunities for both teams on the attacking end, but it almost feels like whoever gets that second goal could really be that final nail in the coffin. I don't know. It's just that feeling despite all the offense.
Brendan Reynolds there tied up with Halavy there in the back corner for the Wildcats. Nikita Marazad, number 18 on the ice. Eddie Klein, 7, sends a shot to the front of the net. No problem there for Marcus. Handling it behind the net is number 14, Tim Arena. Tried to get cheeky with it. On the defensive play for the Academy, though, was number 20, Derek Golombroski.
Navy's offense might not be as pretty. Villanova's offense might not be as pretty as Navy's, but they just find a way to get pucks in front of the net and just get scrappy at it, and that gives them a lot of scoring opportunities.
Alex Vandenberg been trying to put that move on all night, that left to right, coast to coast deke. Villanova hasn't been fooled once. Heaton now on the ice, number 24 for the Naval Academy. Joe Kelly, Heaton is out there as well. And now Scasia tried to send one to the front, was blocked down, forces Navy to retreat. Good defensive play there by number 7, Eddie Klein. Now Scasia thought about centering it for Joe Kelly. Kelly wasn't there. Pichelli's going to keep play moving now. So now number 11, George Clark, with a little cheeky play up and through neutral ice. Looking for number 9, Tim Matthews. We'll find him. Andre Berglund skates to the right and right into the glove of Luke Marcus. No penalties thus far for either team in this game. Power play opportunities, 2 to be exact for the Naval Academy, and that second will be huge here. Special teams trying to make a difference here in a game that's this close, Mike. Do you feel as if a power play could be the thing that could put a team in front here, or do you see this game still being defensive all the way down to the draw?
I still see it being defensive because I think the goalies are just playing too well, but if this game were to break open, it will be via special teams. One quick thing I want to know, Eddie Klein, who just blocked that shot with a skate for Villanova, just took a couple of paces off the bench trying to, I guess, get feeling back on his foot because he just caught some hard rubber in it, but he looks like to be okay. He's on the Villanova bench right now.
Klein has been huge tonight for the Wildcats, blocked down 3 shots in front of the net. A centering opportunity there from number 26, Douglas. Believe he was looking for Zach Flagler, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of, he has the puck. Flagler now can't handle it. A shot that was sent to the front by number 19, Ed Zhao. A rocket. And now handling it, Navy sent one to the front, blocked down on the shot attempt. There was number 14, Joe Gianni. Villanova quick to get back. Navy's got to retrieve. Gillifin and Junmo Kim there in the defensive play trying to keep it in. Number 6 for the Wildcats as well is in on that as well. Henry Lorenzini, a quick opportunity there for Villanova, but Luke Marcus able to hold up. Crowd finally back into it here in the third.
Yeah, there's going to be a penalty on Navy. Gillifin did a great job putting a power move, getting into the slot, having a wide open chance to get a shot off, but Navy forced to take a penalty so he doesn't get that clean shot off. It looks like it's going to be a hook on Edward Zhao, and Villanova will have their 5th power play opportunity of the game. They are 1 for 4 on their previous 4.
As you mentioned, Mike, earlier in this game, Villanova able to cash in off a Halavy deflection. Let's see what they can do here. Home crowd behind him. Brett Mackel's going to send a shot right to the glove of Luke Marcus. He's not going to think twice about it. Face-off will ensue.
Yeah, last period was more of a period of John Pershilly. Now this could be a period of Luke Marcus really keeping his team in air, keeping his team calm under all this duress.
Brett Mackel now handling it for the Villanova Wildcats. Looking to send it over to Marecki. Now handled. A shot that was sent to the front. Another follow-up opportunity on the front of the cage was number 13, David Troiano. Now Mackel's going to handle. Mackel thought about sending it over to Marecki, sent one to the front into the netting.
Navy's penalty kill, their success today has been from active sticks, keeping their sticks active, keeping it on the ice, breaking up any shot opportunities that are going towards the net or any passes Villanova tries to connect with. Navy's sticks have been very active, which it really hasn't caused too much power play damage from Villanova.
At the face-off dot is Troiano for the Wildcats. Jack Marecki just dumps it in. Kept in Richie Halevy. Mackle now back to Halevy. At the top circles, Marecki, shot scores! Jack Marecki breaks open the floodgates, 2-1 Cats.
Excited to see how Navy responds, but Villanova takes the lead 2-1. They break this game open out of this stalemate that's been going on for roughly 30 minutes. The Villanova fan section's going wild. They can maybe will their team to hold on to this victory, but right now Villanova holds a 2-1 lead. All goals coming via the power play, and the fans are feeling it.
Villanova, 13-18 to go, breaks it open. Jack Marecki, the crowd's incited. Pedaling back now is Villanova, and a stoppage of play. Face-off will move forward.
It was a beautiful shot by Marecki. Placed it perfectly in the bottom left corner. Marcus isn't able to stretch out his pad. It was fast enough along the ice. It got past him and gives Villanova the lead.
29-20 shots in favor of the Naval Academy. We talked so much during this game about how it's really going to be a matter of a bounce here or there. Jack Marecki, fantastic shot sent to the slot. Villanova wouldn't have wasted that one for the world. Huge there as we enter the 13-minute mark here to go in the third period. Navy now looking for a response. Heaton tried to send one to Stamler. Stamler can't handle it. Pressing up against the boards with Conway. And now moving back up is Tim Matthews. Villanova looking for another opportunity. George Clark to the front of the net. A delayed penalty call coming. And number 16 on the Naval Academy. Looks like they got Ross Hogan there, Mike.
That's a tough one.
Timely,
tough one.
Timely penalty here. Villanova just cashed in under 2 minutes ago to make this 2-1, and now they will go on the 5-on-4 advantage.
I don't know if this was more of a penalty or more of just a great job by Tim Matthews getting a power move to get the angle, which made it look like it was a blatant trip, but it didn't look as bad as Matthews made it look, but the refs bought it, and Villanova is now on their 6th power play. They're 2 for 5. There are only 2 goals coming off of it.
Luke Marcus has held his own in net tonight for the Naval Academy. 5-on-4 hockey. Navy has to make sure that he is able to see the puck here and keep up their back check. Villanova really pressing in the past 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was the last thing about the second goal by Villanova. Marcus really couldn't see it. He was getting screened a lot on the power play, but Marecki found a hole to get it by Marcus, who's been really good at fighting through those screens, but there's only so many pucks you can stop that you can't see. And Marcus has done a lot of it, but I don't know how much he can keep it up.
Troiano at the dot here for the Villanova Wildcats. Number 12, Connor Heaton for the Naval Academy. What a game. And we're not done. Here, a shot that was sent right off the face-off by number 12 on the Villanova Wildcats, Richie Halevy. Navy does a good job of dumping it back into neutral ice, which will force Villanova to get out of place for the moment. Trying to keep it in there, number 19 for the Cats, Jack Marecki, scored the 2-1 goal. The reason Villanova has the lead right now with 12:17 to go at Iceline here in Westchester, PA. First round of the ECHA playoffs. I am Taylor Snyder, joined by Mike Zingroni. If you are just tuning in, we have a fantastic hockey game here, 12 minutes remaining. Villanova now looking for another opportunity. That was Tim Arena. Was blocked down in front by number 14 on the Naval Academy, Joe Gianni.
Looks like the net got knocked off his mooring, so we might have a little stoppage in play here. This is the defining moment of the game. This is the single defining moment, because obviously if Nova scores 2 goals, that is a lot to come from, especially the way this game has been going. But if Navy kills it off, they could have some serious momentum going their way, and I wonder what they do with that potential momentum.
Huge power play here, 114 for Villanova. A shot that was sent there, Richie Halevy blocked down. We got a Navy player on the ice. That's number 14 for the Academy, Joe Gianni.
I think he caught the puck in a section we all don't want to say nor think about. And it was from point-blank range, too. A Villanova player wound up for that slap shot, probably about 2 inches away from the closest body part on Giannini, and he's feeling it right now. He is definitely feeling it.
Luke Marcus, the goaltender over there to help him out. Skating on the ice is the athletic training staff here for the Naval Academy.
This could be good for Navy, though. They're not forced to take a timeout. Just gets them to catch their breath. Just relax. Just take it in. Look at the scoreboard. Get the situation. See what's going on. Talk to teammates and coaches to see what you can do. But this is sort of a good moment to collect your breath, because it's a 2-1 game, and you've had chances galore. So you were far from out of this if you're a Navy midshipman. So this little stoppage in action can maybe be a good little break, good little breath catcher for the midshipmen.
If you're head coach Kevin Maroney, you got to be happy with the way your midshipmen have played throughout this game. But as you mentioned, Mike, on the scoreboard, 2-1 in advantage of Villanova. Both coaches probably pleased, but no one will be satisfied unless they walk out of here with a victory. One team's got to lose, one team's got to win. Villanova in the lead right now with 11:30 to go. And now handled here by Mackel. Brett Mackel sends one over to Tim Arena. Tim Arena looking to go top right, could not finish. Jack Marecki had a goal about 5 minutes ago. Handles with Matthews, back to Jack Marecki. Jack Marecki tries to send one to the slot. Blocked down in front by Heaton. Able to keep it in is Matthews for the Wildcat. Now up against the boards is Arena. Arena looking for Mackel. Mackel is going to send one all the way back to number 12, Richie Halevy. And now Halevy up to Mackel. Mackel with a shot to the front that almost made its way through. Tim Arena was there. Puck is kept in. 8 seconds to go on the 5-on-4 advantage for the Wildcats. Looking to get one more shot attempt before we free the midshipmen. Mackel thought about it, presses back to Jack Marecki. Jack Marecki sent a shot up in front. Richie Halevy, the deflection. Both teams at even strength. Skating back on the ice for the midshipmen is number 20, Derek Golombroski.
Navy can live and tell about that one because the power play goal they gave up, they had 3 failed cleared attempts. They had 2 that power play, but none of them harmed them.
And now Tim Matthews handling it smoothly to George Clark. George Clark tried to go dangles there. Looks like he just lost his footing. The Naval Academy thought about freezing the puck. They're going to keep play moving. Alex Vandenberg, number 9, has been phenomenal on the forecheck tonight. Takes a hefty hit there by number 18, Nikita Morozov. And the hitting is ensuing here. The crowd's loving it. Vandenberg just looking to keep it in the Nova zone. Playing with it now, number 20 for the Academy, Derek Golombroski. Up in a board battle here. Vandenberg, Stamler doing a good job, but no problem there for Matthews. Matthews looking to cut the seam there for George Clark. Couldn't reach him. John Scasia now for the Academy looking for Stamler. Could not reach him. Stamler again. And now a shot here from the Naval Academy, number 19. Ed Zhao has had a couple of quality opportunities in this period. Zhao there with another opportunity, blocked down in front by Pichella. And now John Scasia up in a board battle with the Villanova defense there, number 18 for the Wildcats, Nikita Morozov. And now down on the floor is Scasia. We got physical hockey here. Eddie Klein is down on the ice, and he looks like he is in pain. He's grabbing his wrist. And Mike, I don't want to jump to assumptions here, but it looks like from my angle we may have a broken wrist.
Yeah, he got hacked on pretty hard. Scasia brings down a stick. I really couldn't tell if it was accidental or on purpose, but with that much force, you can't really give him too much of the benefit of the doubt. But he was going to get the puck, puts his stick down, and it goes right on Klein's wrist, and looks like that hurt his hand, couldn't out. First it was a foot, now it's his wrist, but again, Navy's in the penalty box, and while this game really depends on special teams, you can't be doing this. This is your third period penalty. You already gave up 1 power play goal. You're down 2-1, less than half a period left. You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot now. Yeah, 2 periods of phenomenal hockey from the midshipmen. They are down here 2-1 in an environment that does not suit them. Power play is probably not the smartest idea, but as we have learned in a hockey game like this, it could break open at any second. Moving over to the ice now for the Villanova Wildcats. I believe he'll be okay. It looks like from my angle he really hurt his wrist, but he's going to be going to the box too, which I'm not surprised about because he was kind of egging the Navy player on a little bit. He was going back and forth with him along the boards, and when he found himself in the ground, he found himself in a bad position to get hurt, but he did do a little bit here. I think that is good control by the refs because you could have really hurt Navy right there when it might have not been too completely fair towards the midshipmen.
Eddie Klein has been everywhere tonight. 3 blocked shots in the second period alone. Won this period. Went down earlier, came back off, went down again, is going to come back off now. He's in the box. Number 7 for the Villanova Wildcats doing a good job of making his presence known. But the face-off is now going to move into the Villanova zone. Both teams are going to be down a man here for about 2 minutes. So, Mike, we got your favorite type of hockey, 4-on-4 hockey coming away.
Hey, we got second to 3-on-3, but we got some 4-on-4, got some open ice, and this is big advantage Navy because they have been the faster team. They have more ice to work with, so Navy really can't close down them angles, be too physical. So this is really Navy's opportunity, prime opportunity to get back into the game.
And now Reynolds here looking to send one to the front of the net. Heaton was there. Villanova does a good job of keeping it in. Number 13 for the Wildcats, David Troiano, content to settle it down. A dangerous pass sent to the front, looking for number 15, Luke Turk. And now Turk handling the puck. A shot to Michelle, a save off the pad. Villanova retains possession. Moving up and neutral ice is Mackel. Now Mackel looking to pass it on over. A shot that was blocked down in the top. Moving in transition now is Heaton, who took some air and down to the ice. No penalty call coming, incidental contact. Reynolds looking to send it back to Joe Kelly. And now handling it for the Midshipmen swiftly will be Reynolds. Trying to connect with Matt Stamler, the leading points getter for the Academy. Stamler and a good defensive play here, trying to go stride for stride with number 16 on the Wildcats, Joe Reisfelder. Now moving up is Stamler. Stamler couldn't get a hold on it. Good defense there by number 10 on the Wildcats, Jim Conway. Trying to keep it in for the Navy defense was number 16, Ross Hogan. Fans want a penalty call, won't get it. Matt Stamler now puts on a good deke with 7:40 to go here in the third period. Both teams in the box for 30 more seconds now. 4-on-4 hockey here. And now Navy getting a little too physical here. I think we're going to get another penalty call here going to the ice is Ed Zhao.
That brings a question into my mind.
Jeffrey Wu, excuse me.
That brings a question to my mind because, as you mentioned, this is kind of a hostile environment for Temple. This is a big Villanova presence. Villanova's game is more geared towards, let's press the lines a little bit. Let's make these refs make some calls. Let's be physical. Let's egg on the other team. And Navy, you really wouldn't think they're the team that really push the boundaries. They're just a team that we're just going to play hockey straight back and forth. So I'm wondering if if Villanova did a good job of getting under Navy's skin, and now with Navy being down, all that frustration and anger just pops out. And I think that's what we're seeing right here, right now.
We're going to see an advantage here for the Villanova Wildcats, 4-on-3. Dangerous territory for the Midshipmen, who trail in this 2-1 with 7:32 to go. At the face-off dot for the Wildcats was number 14, Tim Arena. Handled back here, Spike Burkhardt. Content to just dump that all the way down ice. Pichelli will handle. And now backpedaling for the Villanova Wildcats, Henry Lorenzini. Lorenzini now out there with Brett Mackel. Tim Arena is present, number 14. And now Mackel, swift move. Still controls it. Couldn't get the handle on it. Broken up there by number 9 for the Navy Midshipman, Alex Vandenberg. And now moving up the ice is Navy trying to go to the front of the net. A great defensive play there by number 12, Richie Halevy.
Just this game from Pichelli is just amazing. 2 poke checks. Navy had a prime time opportunity, but Pichelli coming up big again. First to keep Nova into the game, now keeping Nova in the lead.
Connor Heaton has had 3 separate instances in this game where he has had a wide open quality chance. All 3 of those times beat on the poke check in front of the slot. Villanova now handling it. It's Junmo Kim. Sends it all the way back. Eddie Klein fresh out the box here. And the follow-up opportunity was Tim Arena. Couldn't connect. Richie Halevy will take control. Number 12 blocked down in front by Reynolds. Puck goes out of play.
So there's 42 seconds left on a Navy penalty. And if I'm Navy, yes, you just had a great scoring opportunity there, but I'm not trying to score right now. First priority, yes, you're down 2-1. Kill this penalty. Because a lot of things can happen if you're trying to be too offensive when you're down a man. Villanova could have an easy chance to score, make this 3-1, and now all of a sudden you're reaching for anything you can grab. Sorry for cutting you off. Priority, kill this penalty, then you focus on offense.
David Troiano is at the dot for the Owls, was in on the last opportunity with Marecki. Navy does a good job to just dump that cross ice like you mentioned, Mike, looking to kill off this penalty here. 28 seconds remaining on that. Handle now for the Wildcats, moving up in transition. Tried to move to the slot right into the glove of Luke Marcus. Dangerous there. Tried to go glove high.
They almost beat Marcus too. That was a clever shot by Joe Duffy. Just get the puck on net. I mean, you're up 2-1. Shots don't kill anybody unless you're the opposing team. And puck found his way into Marcus's glove.
Derek Golombrowski now for the Naval Academy out there. 15 seconds remaining on that penalty that put Navy in the box. Was number 8 for the Academy, Jeffrey Wu. Navy now doing a good job. Here's Heaton with the puck, number 24, all alone, looking for a shot, went just high of the net. Villanova, though, 4-2 here with the advantage. Fighting for the puck now with him is Golombrowski, looking to keep it here on the shorthand. Both teams are at even strength now. Moving up in neutral ice is Tim Arena for the Cats. Handled here by Kelly. Now handling it is Matt Stamler, moving up through neutral ice into the breadbasket of Persheli, and I think that was incidental after the play. Villanova, by the way they're reacting, seems to think the same thing.
Yeah, they were. Turano just got tangled up with the Navy player. Then the Navy player went down on the ice and went into the legs of Persheli. Of course, the Villanova fans want a penalty, but like previous instances, they won't get one.
Just another curious case of goaltender interference. Am I right,
Another
Mike?
curious case. We don't know what goaltender interference is in the world of hockey.
It's almost like football, you know. What's a catch these days? What's goaltender interference?
What's goaltender interference, exactly.
Number 9 at the dot here for the Naval Academy, Alex Vandenberg, has moved the puck pretty swiftly in the offensive zone. Yet to get on the score sheet, though, for the Academy. Moving with the puck now into neutral ice for Villanova is Joey Duffy. And now kept in by Blaja. Blaja, number 91. Trying to send that back to Desimone. Back to Blaja. Pacifico now handling it for the Wildcats. And now a shot right to the blocker into the netting off Luke Marcus with 4:44 to go in the final period.
Now, if you're Navy, you press. I'm assuming around the 2-minute mark, you look to pull the goalie. You still got another 2 minutes and change till you get to the point where you consider pulling the goalie, but now is sort of, okay, let's attack, let's get a goal. It's time to score now. We can't wait another second.
A phenomenal hockey game, ECHA playoffs. The winner of this will play Drexel in the semifinal matchup for the right to play in the ECHA championship this Sunday right here at the Line in Westchester, PA. And these two teams are both battling like they want Drexel right now, Mike. And Matt Stamler is going to handle this. A shot that was sent to the right. Scores! Top right corner, Derek Golombrowski. We got a tie game.
Navy's persistence in the offensive zone has not gone unnoticed by me and Taylor, and it pays off yet again. We got our first even strength goal of the game, but what a great job by Golombrowski to find the open spot. Navy only had 2 defenders in the zone. Nova only had 2 defenders. Navy had 3 attackers. They find the open net, and he snipes top right corner. It's a tie game.
Derek Golombrowski has been humming all night for the Academy. A huge shot goes top right over the shoulder of Pacelli. And with 4:18 to go in regulation, we got a tie game. Don't you go anywhere. The Naval Academy now moving up through neutral ice. Backpedaling now for Villanova, number 18, Nikita Morozov. Up in the board now, number 27, handling is Junmo Kim in a battle. Keeping it in for the Midshipmen. A shot that was sent to the front by Ed Zhao. Number 14 on the Academy, Joe Gianni, able to just keep that puck alive. Heaton, number 23, passes that one off to Douglas. And now Douglas in the battle. Villanova looking to turn the tables back to neutral ice. They won't do that. Navy doing a good job here of forechecking before they're able to get that line change off. And now waiting at the line was Gillifin for the Villanova Wildcats. Couldn't keep a handle on the puck with 3:27 to go here. Navy gets fresh legs on the ice. And offsides will be called.
If we can go back to the second goal by Navy real quick, that was just a great pass from Navy's leading points getter, Matthew Stamler, back to Golombrowski, and he just top right. But the thing that really was different from that goal compared to other Navy chances was that second wave of support in the offensive zone. You had another offensive player trailing. Too many times they just had 1-on-2s, 1-on-1, 2-on-2s, and they just go right into the breadbasket for Shelley. But that time you had the second wave and you get an open shot.
3:10 to go. Navy looking to get the 3-2 advantage here, trying to avoid overtime. And now sent to the front of the net right there for the Naval Academy was Casilla. almost deflected in front by number 12, Connor Heaton. Villanova right back here. It's Richie Halevy, number 12, to Tim Arena. Tim Arena looking for Halevy. Handling it now for the Academy is Scasia. Moving up is Vandenberg. Vandenberg trying to put on a deke. Scasia just able to keep that in for the moment. Blocked down in front. Alex Vandenberg, nice with the hands like Odell. Into back behind the cage. Delayed call here. And what do we got?
Unsure who that's on. I think Navy. I think Villanova. Navy had the puck while the arm was up, so I think that would be too many men on Villanova. And it looks like to be that and a key power play opportunity for the Midshipmen.
It would look that way right now. We just got to make sure before play ensues. There are 5 skaters on the ice now for the navy blue and gold.
Looks like Villanova is trying to figure out who they want to serve the penalty, and the refs are trying to.
Just as a reminder, if this game were to end in a tie, we would go to overtime, 20 minutes. Both teams would duke it out until we get a winner. No shootout in the playoffs. And we could be heading that way, Mike, with 2:34 remaining. But the Naval Academy here with a golden opportunity.
Interesting choice. This penalty expires with 34 seconds left. And Nova put Tim Matthews in the box. So if they maybe want to spring him on a breakaway, could happen.
And now a pass sent over to number 26 on the Academy. Andrew Douglas. Douglas now to Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly at the top, sent one to the front. A scorcher could not reach. And now handled by the Naval Academy, Scasia. Scasia back to Douglas. Douglas with a shot to the front. A follow-up opportunity there from number 15, Luke Turk. A nice save by Pacelli.
Pacelli coming in big again.
Teams are still even at 2 apiece, 2:10 to go. 136 to 5-on-4 advantage here for the Naval Academy at a timely point in this hockey game. At the dot for the Wildcats is Jumo Kim. Kim could not win, handled now by Douglas. Douglas for the one-timer. Shot scores! Navy! Derek Golembrowski! Double or nothing, baby!
Golembrowski's slap shot is now illegal in the state of Pennsylvania. That thing is deadly. 2 goals via slap shot. 1 second goal, he takes his time, goes top right corner. The 3rd goal, he takes a cross-ice feed, goes top left corner, and gives Navy the 3-2 lead with 2:04 left. The Golembrowski slap shot is dangerous.
And now a timeout here will be called by Villanova. Derek Golembrowski. What a goal at such a timely point in the game. 2 goals now in 5 minutes. Puts the Academy up 3-2. We're going to go to a commercial break. Don't you go anywhere. We still got 2:04 left on the clock here at the line. And we are back here at the ice line here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. First round of the ECHA playoffs between the Naval Academy and the Villanova Wildcats. 2:04 to go. Just a moment ago, Derek Golembrowski put Navy in the lead 3-2, tied the game 2 minutes before that. We have had an insane turn of events here at the line now. Villanova just 5 minutes ago up 2-1. Now it's 3-2. Can Villanova respond? They got 1:53 to do so. And now Navy does a good job of dumping it back, and icing will be called. Face-off privileges to Villanova.
Now the ball's in Villanova's court. We saw a little bit in the middle of the second period before Navy tied it up what they were going to do when they were down. Now it's time to see what Villanova has to do. They don't have as much time as the Midshipmen had to work with, so they have to be very, very anxious right now and very, very attack-oriented right now, and I wonder to see how Villanova goes about that.
An unbelievable 2 3/4 periods of hockey here from both sides. Only one can walk out of here with a win. Right now the Academy stunning the crowd here in Westchester 3-2 with 1:30 to go on the clock. Villanova has their gunners out there right now. Richie Halevy a goal in this game. Tim Arena, number 14 out there. Number 22 for the Wildcats, Brett Mackel. Moving up, Alex Vandenberg sent one to the front of the net. Villanova easy to retain possession. Now Arena puts one in the center for Triano. So big on the faceoff, and we got a penalty call coming with 1:07 to go in regulation.
That's big. Looks to be on Navy, so Villanova will have their chance just as Navy had.
And going to the box for the Academy. Hard for me to tell. It could have been Alex Vandenberg there.
Yep, looks to be the Navy captain. Of all people, your captain takes a penalty that was really not necessary, but I have to say, this game is just a gift that keeps on giving.
And it really has been, Mike, that. Perfect metaphor, if I do say so myself. Now, Navy here has the lead, Mike. We have seen in games like this being so close, usually the goaltender will be pulled. Persheli here for the Wildcats, way off his net, and he will go. Wait, no, he'll hesitate.
He's hesitating. The coaches
still
are
on the
waiting till they
ice.
get clear possession.
Still on the ice. Puck in deep, and now Persheli to the bench. Another attacker on for the Wildcats.
6-on-4.
6-on-4 hockey here. Brett Mackel handling the puck. Mackel to George Clark now. Settled down by Berglund. Clark all the way across ice to Marecki. Had a goal earlier. Marecki looking to send one to the slot. A follow up there by Clark. Almost off the blocker there. And now Clark back to Marecki. And Marecki, a shot to the slot again. Blocked down in front. Handling the puck is George Clark. Another opportunity. Tim Arena there. And freezing up the puck is Lucas Marcus. 27.9 to go in regulation.
This crowd is ready to erupt in event Villanova does tie this. But Luke Marcus doing his best impersonation of fill-in-the-blank goalie you want, because he is having a stellar game.
Reminds me a lot of 2008 Marc-Andre Fleury, Mike, when the Penguins got that Stanley Cup.
Bad
Phenomenal goaltending. Could even compare this to 2018 Braden Holtby in the playoffs, whatever you want to call. Lucas Marcus has been phenomenal tonight. With 27.5 seconds remaining, though, he's got to be just that right amount of phenomenal. If Navy's going to walk out of here victorious. Villanova with an opportunity sent to the front by Marecki. 18 seconds to go. In the corner now is Matthews. Matthews knocked on his rear. And handling the puck is Mackel all the way to Matthews. 10 seconds to go in the corner. Navy handling it, looking to dump it out. They will! 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3. The Navy Midshipmen have earned the right to play the Drexel Dragons in the semifinal. Villanova goes home stunned.
Well, this Navy team was fun to watch. Thankfully, we'll have them again tomorrow because we'll be on call for the Drexel game, so I'm excited for that.
Navy will be playing Drexel here tomorrow at the ice line. Wow, 4 o'clock. What a phenomenal hockey game. Navy wins this 3-2. The home people from Radnor will go home with a bad taste in their mouth tonight, but Villanova, what a phenomenal game from both sides. Could have gone either way.
What a phenomenal first round. The first game, we had the score wasn't an indicator, but William Patterson beat Temple 6-2. That was a fun game, but this game right here was primetime action. This was the night game. This is why all the fans came in. This is why everybody's grandmother flew in for today. The Navy-Villanova game, a beautiful 4-5 matchup. Props to both teams. Both teams fought hard. Both teams were physical. Both teams were fast, and both goalies were phenomenal. John Pershili for Villanova, 37 saves. Luke Marcus for Navy, 21 saves of his own, 21 big saves. Navy comes away with a 3-2 victory, and they'll get #1 seeded Drexel tomorrow.
A tradition unlike any other, the ultimate respect, the handshake line. After a hard-fought battle between both teams, the Naval Academy obviously very respectful. We'll protect our country after this. It's bigger than hockey sometimes. I know there's a lot of respect between these two teams.
Yeah, a lot of respect. Unfortunately for Villanova, unable to capitalize on the power play to end the game, which means Navy comes away with the victory. A big special teams battle, a big goalie battle. Beautiful jerseys on each side, and we'll be back at it tomorrow right here on the ECHA Network.
From Taylor Snyder, Mike Zingroni joining me, Zach DeMoose on the camera, Dylan Coyle, our director, doing social media, Jay Niemeyer, post-game intermission, all that good stuff. JJ Michalski, how could we forget on the call earlier? For our entire crew, signing off from Iceline here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, the Naval Academy wins 3-2 over Villanova. We will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night.